When Tennessee and Indianapolis met earlier in the season, a lot was on the line. Here in Week 17, nothing's on the line, so you may get to see Jim Sorgi and Vince Young. Hey, how are you, folks? Jason Horowitz, Clark Judge. Glad to be with you on the NFL Previews presented by Comcast. And Tennessee has locked up the 1 seed. Indianapolis is locked into the 5 seed here, so this game means nothing in terms of playoff implications. And both these teams are playing well heading into this game. But, Clark, they could very well see each other 2 weeks from now in Tennessee in the divisional game. So are you expecting both these teams to dumb down everything on the field?
Yeah, I am. I mean, this is basically preseason football in December. And so what do we know about preseason games? No one shows anything. I mean, they don't show anything. They want to reveal their hand for the regular season. I think that's what's going on here. I mean, Indianapolis isn't stupid. Tennessee's not stupid. They know enough about each other. They're not going to unveil something that they might for the playoffs. This is a meaningless game. I don't expect to see anything but maybe low-scoring ball game here, a lot of subs, and trying to get out of the game as quickly as possible with as few injuries as possible.
And what we know about Tony Dungy, he rests guys when they have things clinched, and that's exactly what they have here in Week 17. Now, Indianapolis does have to play next week. They have to play the wild card game, either going to Denver or to San Diego. Who'd they rather see?
Wow, that's a slam dunk. It's Denver. They can go to Denver and win. A, because they've done very well against the Broncos. B, because Denver's not very good at home. I mean, they've won 4 games at home this year, 4-4, and 3 of those losses against teams with losing records. But San Diego's a very different subject. I mean, San Diego's given them all sorts of problems. They've lost 3 of their last 4 games. Who bounced them from the playoffs last year? San Diego. Who knocked them from the undefeated in 2005? San Diego. They beat San Diego this year 23-20. They had to scratch and claw to win there, and San Diego's struggling then. So San Diego's their worst nightmare. They would love it if Denver won this ball game.
And, of course, for a preview of Denver-San Diego, be sure to check that out here on CBSSports.com. That's the Sunday night game. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, Clark, they've clinched the 1 seed. They just beat Pittsburgh. Everybody the team that people seem to be riding that bandwagon to the Super Bowl in the AFC. Why is it that people aren't trusting Tennessee to get to the Super Bowl as the 1 seed?
Well, I don't like saying this, but I think it's Kerry Collins. And I think Kerry Collins is a terrific player. I like what he's done this year. I like him more as a guy. I like everything about Kerry Collins. I enjoy being around him, watching him play. But the problem is, Kerry Collins is a guy who can turn the football over and has in the past. He's done a better job this year, and he's done a remarkably good job with his ball club. But people look at Kerry Collins and go, I don't really trust him. And there's not...
He's been to a Super Bowl before,
He has been to a Super Bowl before. But there's nothing really about this Tennessee team on offense that gets you excited except for Chris Johnson. I mean, they run the ball very well, but if you shut down the run, can Kerry Collins beat you? And I think most people say, I don't think so, and that's what's going on.
All right, well, we'll see about that, but they were the first team all season to get more than 300 yards of offense against Pittsburgh, and they did that last week at home in a 31-14 win, and if they play Pittsburgh again, it'll also be at home again. Let's see what AccuScore says about this game, though, because that's pushing ourselves a couple weeks ahead. In terms of this one, again, doesn't matter for anything in terms of playoff positioning. Tennessee the 1, Indianapolis the 5. Clark, it doesn't matter who wins, and pick one.
Doesn't. It's the Vince Young vote. I'll take Vince Young. I mean, I like Tennessee in this game.
You like Vince Young over Jim Sorgi?
Yeah, I think so, and you're right about Tony resting people. I think because they're playing next week, he's going to keep people down. So, yeah, I'll take Tennessee. All
right, we'll see how that all plays out, and, of course, it's a game you can see on CBS. For more on this one or anything else Week 17, be sure to stay with CBSSports.com. Watch everything else on the CBS Audience Network. For Clark Judge, I'm Jason Horowitz. Take care, folks.